Shalom. First and foremost, giving all the praise, honor, and glory as always to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostle, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh in the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew as some call it, the Lashwan Kodash. And his son's name in the Hebrew, his son's name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai meaning deliver. And I want to get into this video. This video won't be long, Lord's willing, we'll see. But just want to go into something that I talked to the brother Bakwar about after camp on Saturday. After we had a little short camp, 2-hour camp on Saturday, and just something that I want to. This will be like some advice, spiritual advice, something that I to this day still do, and I take heed to it. And something that I still do to this day when it comes concerning videos, because I'll just be honest, I'm not a part of Great Millstone or anything, but I do believe in the doctrine, part of the Men of Valor camp. And the spirit is like any person, you always want to put out as much video as you can during the week and things like that, to do your best for the Lord. But something that that always stuck with me is when I read the book of Malachi, as I'm going to go through it, but I'm just going to give a little short summary of what I'm trying to say, is that I never wanted to, when I did the work of the Lord, if I ever did a video or anything like that, I just want to put out a video just to say I did a video, or just put something out there just to put it out there. Because when you read the book of Malachi, the first chapter, the Lord is basically speaking through Malachi, and the Lord is, basically rebuking the priests, talking to the priests about how the altar of the Lord is contemptible. They offer up pitiful sacrifices, things that shouldn't be on the altar, just bullshit. They don't put out the right, because when you sacrifice the Lord, you're supposed to put the best of the best. It's not supposed to lame, it's not supposed to have any blemish. But that's what Israel was doing. They were putting blemishes on the altar and sacrificing, saying it's fine, it's whatever. And ever since I read that, when I first came to the truth, I always took that same thing with the videos that I do, that when I do my videos, I may not, put up 3, 4, 10, 15 videos a week, but I always want to be very sincere in my work and my videos, that look, even if I just put up 1 video a week or just 2 videos a week, however it may be, I always want it to be a righteous a sacrifice, a righteous offering that I put up, because these videos are a sacrifice unto the Lord, because, we're giving up our time to put the videos out to edify the sheep. And that's something that I always want to do, is that I always want to be honest, because we should all know that you can't lie to the Lord. The Lord knows your heart, he knows your intentions, and he knows what you're thinking about when you're really actually putting out good effort. And that's what I want to do with my videos, and show the Lord that, look, I may not be like everybody else. I may not, understand the scriptures in and out and all, things like that, and know every breakdown, things like that. But when I do my videos, I know what I'm talking about. I know the ins and outs of the breakdown, and giving a good effort, which is something that you can't take away. One thing, my bad for rambling on like this, just the Spirit got me speaking. One thing that another person, what's his name? Linebacker for the Ravens. What's his name? Ray Lewis. Yeah, he wore 52. Ray Lewis said something, you could probably find his speech, because that man's like a legend with his speeches. Something he said about effort is between you and you. No man can take that away from you. And that's the same thing when you put up your videos, is that you are putting out an effort to show the Lord as to why he should save you, why you deserve salvation, why Lord's willing, which the elect are the elect, but, giving your diligence to make your calling and election sure. So when you give out that effort is between you and you. Nobody can take that away from you, So when you do these videos, it's not about putting out, not saying that, cut short or anything like that, but make sure that when you're putting out your, you're putting out the work for the Lord, that's an honorable work, something that you feel Lord's willing through the Spirit, that he can look upon and say, you did a good job. You didn't just do a video just to do it and say, oh, I got, okay, Lord, I put a video up there, don't attack me or anything like that. Make sure that when you do the work of the Lord, that it's sincere. The Lord, like Scripture say, the Lord is looking for those that worship him in sincerity and in truth. Well, let your work be like that as well. If your work is like that, your mindset's going to be like that. So, my bad for rambling on. Just going to get into the precepts, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. So where are we going to start? Right, 6. All right, so this is for Malachi chapter 1, verse 6. It says, a son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If I then be a father, where is mine honor? If I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests, that despise my name. And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? Right, they weren't taking the office and the work of the Lord seriously. It says, verse 7, ye have polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. Now let's look up that word. Hebrew word there is baza. And I want this definition right here. Let me see if I can highlight it. It says to be vile, worthless. So they were treating the altar of the Lord like it was worthless, like it was nothing. Just put whatever there, he'll accept it. Now think about it. This is about your salvation. The Lord's willing, if you have a family or a woman, this is about, if the Lord will have mercy, he could even, save them off the strength of you. You don't want to just offer up, a poor sacrifice. Something that coaches used to tell me when, I used to play football is you play how you practice. So if you practice like shit, when game day comes, you're going to play like shit. So if you put out bullshit for the Lord, well, the Lord's going to, think of it like this, right? If you want the Lord, let me see, how can I put this? Let me think about this for a second. The scriptures say, right? Treat your neighbor as you treat yourself, right? Now, take it that same thing with the Lord, right? If you wouldn't want the Lord to half-ass your salvation, why would you half-ass his work? If you want the Lord to take care of your family, shouldn't you take care of his sheep? And if you want the Lord to be faithful unto you, which the Lord is faithful regardless, but, just listen to what I gotta say. If you want the Lord to be faithful on you, you should be faithful on him. Like the world says, the saying in the world goes, treat others how you want to be treated. So if you want the Lord to work for you, to fight for you, work and fight for the Lord in truth and sincerity. Put out good work out there. If you want the Lord to defend you in miraculous ways, do miraculous work for him, Continuing verse 8. It says, and if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor, will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy persons? Right, so the Lord is saying, if you accept it, if you give your sacrifices like this unto your governor, will he be pleased with you? Would he accept this? No. So why would you think the Lord, the great king, would accept these type of offerings? That's the same thing I'm trying to explain with your videos. I'm not saying, don't do a whole bunch of videos. Do as much videos as you can for Lord, especially in these times as we're getting closer and closer to the end. But what I am trying to put across is make sure that when you do the work, you're doing it in sincerity and truth, and you're putting videos up there to be edifying. Remember, this is like food for the sheep. You don't want to cook any just half-ass food. You want to make sure that it's good quality food that you're putting out there. You don't want to put no GMOs out there. You want to put the truth. You want to put something good out there. I'll continue reading. Verse 10, it says, who there even among you that would shut the door for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts, neither will I accept an offering at your hand. Right, because they were offering contemptible sacrifices, things like it says a little earlier that were that were blind, lame, sick, half-ass sacrifices. It wasn't pure, it wasn't unblemished. Verse 11, for from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same my name, let me read that again. Verse 11, for from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering, for my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. So at this time, during when Malachi was on the scene, Israel was offering up contemptible sacrifices, and the Lord didn't like that. So take that with today with your work. I'm just trying to get into your head. Yeah, you may put up 5, 10, 100 videos a week. All right, that's probably too much, but just to put out there. But make sure that when you're doing it, it's sincere work. Make sure that, like I said, you know what you're talking about, and that you're putting good stuff out there. Don't just do something just to do it. You wouldn't want the Lord, like I said earlier, just to do something just to do it. The Lord thinks, I can't really find the word, but the Lord thinks things through when he does things. Look at this story that he's created about how we fell as a nation, but we're going to get back up and we're going to rule again. We're going to be better than our first estate. This great story that the Lord's created. The Lord didn't just do anything. He thought things through. So when you do the work of the Lord, make sure that you think things through. There's times where, I'll admit it, I hold off on videos because I feel like they can be better later down the line, or sometimes I might get a better understanding of something later, and I could better explain it with the new wisdom that the Lord has given me later down the line. Now I'm not saying that you do that. Obviously, don't do what I do. But what I am saying is make sure that you think about what you're doing for the Lord. Make sure that you're just putting your best foot forward out there, and that you're really putting out a righteous sacrifice, and you're really giving it, really doing things in sincerity and in truth. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house, and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua HaMashiach. So we are building up, we are a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices in our works, making our bodies a living sacrifice, going out there on the highways and byways, preaching, doing these lessons, these videos, like what I'm doing now, is offer up sacrifices. And you don't want to half-ass your work. I gave clear examples with the football example. You play how you practice. So if you practice shitty, you're gonna play shitty. So you want to make sure that when you're doing things for the Lord, because I've heard Apostle Tara say, and many other brothers, we work for the King of the universe. Do you think that the Lord half-assed when he was creating the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the land, the planets? I'll even go carnal for some of y'all. The women, the curves, the titties that we like. You think the Lord half-assed on that? So don't half-ass him. And this is the last one. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building. Verse 10. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. So, again, like I was just bringing out the point, take heed how you're building, because you're building. You're building the Lord's temple, the third temple, which is each man represents a brick that's building up this spiritual house, which is the tabernacle of David, the house of David. That's the third temple. The third temple isn't a physical temple, it's spiritual. It's the men that are out there on the highways and byways preaching the word. And you're building when you're going out there on the highways and byways doing these videos and things like that, calling upon the name of the Lord, and you want to take heed how you build. Because if you're actually building a house, you're not going to put any old brick there. You're not going to use any old cement to build a house or any old tools to build a house. So it's the same thing. We're building a kingdom that's going to last forever. Imagine if, somebody or anything, this speaks to myself as well. If any one of us was half-assing or things like that, that could fuck up the whole kingdom, and we could fall again. And we'd be under the curse, and this would all happen. I mean, it's not going to happen again, but just saying, this whole process and everything would happen all over again. And we don't want that to happen. So it's the same thing. Like if you're building a home, you don't use bullshit tools. You don't use you don't use a broken brick or something like that. You make sure that the brick is intact. You make sure that it's not shaky or anything. Like, you check it to make sure that's not broken. You make sure you get top quality tools. So that's the same thing that you do with the Lord's work. You make sure that you bring out top quality stuff to the best of your ability that He's given you by the grace. But like I said, I didn't want to make this long. Just wanted to put this out there. This is just something that's always been on my spirit. Something that I've always done ever since I first came to truth is us. Anytime. But this is just for me. I'm not saying that you have to do this, but just something to get your mind thinking that when you put work out there for the Lord, like Scripture say, be sincere. Do it in truth and in sincerity. Don't just do something just to put it out there just so, the Lord will back off on you so He won't smite your eyes. No. Do it in truth and sincerity. If you want the Lord to defend you, right? Defend His sheep. Stand up for Him. If you want the Lord to take care of you and your family, take care of the Lord's sheep. If you want the Lord to save you, well, make sure that you put out, give up righteous sacrifices. Don't give up contemptible sacrifices. Oh, and I forgot to look up that word contemptible. I looked up in the Hebrew, but I want to look it up here as well, Salakia. This is contemptible. It says deserving contempt, despicable. Right, so he looked at the altar of the Lord as something despicable. It's like, it's just nothing. Like, just put something out there. Like, I'll put it like this for somebody to understand, right? You may have your main chick, but then you have your side chick. You treat your main chick like everything. Like, oh, that's my baby. But your side chick, like, oh, yeah, she called me. Whatever. I'll talk to you later, girl. I'm busy right now. You treat her like she's nothing. And that's how we can't treat the Lord when we do these work for Him. We have to make sure that it's good work that we're putting out here for the Lord. And some of the synonyms, it says despicable, detestable, hateful, deplorable, loathsome, odious. Odious meaning like from the word odor. So it's something, when you smell something bad, it's like, get that away from me. We can't treat the Lord's work as something like, just not right now, just put that away. No, there's always time for the Lord's work. Revolting, it says, disgraceful, offensive. Let me see what else does it have here. Worthless, it says. One here says cheap and base. The Lord wasn't, like I said earlier, the Lord wasn't cheap with us when He gave us a planet to live on. So let's not be cheap when we do the work of the Lord. So I'll end it there. Just pray that this video is edifying. As always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to our God, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kudash, Shalom.